Welcome to Trending Update USA. This is Stefan, and today we bring you the latest dramatic chapter from Melbourne as Coco Gauff once again reminded the tennis world why she is considered one of the most resilient and mentally tough competitors of her generation, overcoming a slow and shaky start to power through her Australian Open match and keep her championship dream alive. Under the bright lights and intense heat of Rod Laver Arena, the American star faced early adversity that could have unraveled a lesser player, but instead became the foundation of a statement performance that sent a clear message across the draw. From the opening games, it was clear that Coco Gauff was not entirely comfortable. Her timing was slightly off, her footwork lacked its usual sharpness, and unforced errors crept into her game at moments when she normally dictates play with authority. The Australian Open has a way of testing even the most prepared athletes, and for Gauff, this match began as a reminder that Grand Slam tennis rarely unfolds according to script. The crowd sensed it early, murmuring as the world-class athlete struggled to find rhythm, her powerful forehand misfiring and her serve failing to deliver the free points she relies on during fast starts. Yet what followed was a masterclass in adjustment, patience, and competitive intelligence. Gauff did not panic. She did not rush. Instead, she leaned into her experience, slowing the tempo between points, resetting her routines, and gradually recalibrating her shot selection. The slow start, rather than becoming a weakness, evolved into a test of her emotional control, and she passed it with composure beyond her years. As the match progressed, Gauff began to extend rallies, using her elite defensive skills to absorb pressure and force her opponent to play one extra ball. Her movement, often described as among the best in women's tennis, started to shine through. Sliding into corners, redirecting pace, and transitioning seamlessly from defense to offense, she began to impose her physicality on the contest. The errors that plagued her early disappeared, replaced by clean ball striking and improved depth that pushed her opponent further behind the baseline. The serve, which had faltered at the beginning, gradually returned as a weapon. Gauff adjusted her toss and placement, opting for higher margins on first serves and smarter patterns on second serves. The result was immediate. Points became shorter. Confidence returned. And with confidence came aggression. Her backhand, long considered one of the most reliable shots on the WTA Tour, became the anchor of her comeback, consistently finding angles and opening the court for decisive finishes. The Australian Open crowd, initially uncertain, grew louder with each passing game. There is something universally compelling about a player fighting through adversity, and Gauff's refusal to fold resonated deeply. Applause followed long rallies, gasps accompanied her defensive retrieves, and cheers erupted as she broke serve, signaling a clear shift in momentum. What once looked like a potential upset transformed into a showcase of championship grit. This ability to recover from a slow start is not new for Coco Gauff, but each time it happens, it reinforces her evolution as a complete player. Early in her career, matches like this might have slipped away. The frustration of missed opportunities or a poor opening set could derail her focus. Now, she embraces the challenge, viewing difficult moments as puzzles to be solved rather than threats to her confidence. After the match, Gauff reflected on the importance of staying present, emphasizing that Grand Slam tennis is as much about mental endurance as physical execution. She acknowledged that she did not feel her best early on but credited her team for helping her prepare for scenarios where things do not go perfectly. According to Gauff, the ability to win without playing your best is often what separates contenders from champions. The win also carries significant implications for her Australian Open campaign. Each round at Melbourne Park presents unique challenges, from scorching daytime conditions to the pressure of night sessions on the sport's biggest stages. By surviving an early test, Gauff has not only advanced on the scoreboard but strengthened her belief that she can navigate whatever obstacles lie ahead. Momentum in tennis is fragile, but resilience builds something far more durable. Observers across the tennis world took note. Former players and analysts praised Gauff's composure, pointing out how she managed her emotions when the match threatened to slip away. Social media buzzed with reactions, many highlighting her maturity and strategic awareness. Fans who have followed her journey from teenage prodigy to Grand Slam champion saw another step forward in her ongoing transformation. Physically, the match served as a demanding workout, but Gauff appeared strong and energetic throughout, a testament to her conditioning and preparation. The Australian Open's grueling schedule rewards athletes who can recover quickly, and her ability to raise her level as the match wore on bodes well for the rounds to come. The slow start may have cost her some energy early, but the controlled aggression she displayed later ensured she did not overextend herself unnecessarily. What makes this performance particularly compelling is the broader context of the women's draw. With so many top players facing early challenges, consistency and adaptability have become priceless assets. Gauff's capacity to problem-solve on court positions her as one of the most dangerous competitors in the tournament. She is no longer just relying on raw athleticism. She is thinking the game, reading opponents, and making calculated decisions under pressure. Her journey in Melbourne has also reignited discussions about her place in the evolving landscape of women's tennis. Still remarkably young, yet already carrying the expectations of a champion, Gauff continues to balance growth with ambition. Matches like this underscore how far she has come, revealing a player who understands that success at the highest level often requires weathering storms before finding sunshine. The Australian Open has a history of dramatic turnarounds, and Gauff's latest victory adds another chapter to that tradition. Slow starts can be deceptive, lulling opponents into a false sense of security. When Gauff finds her rhythm, she becomes a relentless force, capable of turning defense into offense in the blink of an eye. That transition was on full display as the match unfolded, with her speed and anticipation disrupting her opponent's patterns and forcing mistakes. Beyond the technical adjustments, the emotional narrative of the match stood out. Gauff remained composed between points, rarely showing frustration, even when errors crept in. Her body language conveyed belief, a quiet confidence that she would find solutions if she stayed committed to her process. In a sport where mental lapses can be fatal, that steadiness proved decisive. As she moves deeper into the tournament, questions will naturally arise about her prospects, potential matchups, and path to the title. But if this performance taught us anything, it is that Coco Gauff thrives when tested. The slow start was not a setback. It was a reminder of the unpredictable nature of Grand Slam tennis and the importance of resilience in shaping champions. For fans watching around the world, this match was more than just a result. It was a window into the mindset of an elite athlete, demonstrating how preparation, adaptability, and self-belief can turn early struggles into defining moments. Gauff did not simply survive, she evolved within the match, emerging stronger with each passing game. As the Australian Open continues, Coco Gauff remains firmly in the spotlight, carrying the hopes of her supporters and the confidence gained from overcoming yet another challenge. If her ability to rebound from a slow start is any indication, the road ahead promises more drama, more growth, and potentially, another unforgettable run on one of tennis's biggest stages. This is Stefan with Trending Update USA, bringing you the stories that matter from the heart of the action, where resilience meets opportunity and champions are forged one point at a time.